I'm Bill Southern, and this is Nugget Shooter Journals. And we're out here once again hunting gold nuggets for the metal detector. And we're in a real interesting area right here. I brought you close to this spot before. We've hunted in this area, but I've got a rake today, I've got a pick, and I got the gold monster for hunting the shallow stuff. And look at all these tailings along this wash, folks. All these piles. Those are tailings piles. And this is stuff the old timers worked. Okay, look up here where they just piled it, they scraped off the top and then just piled the tailings right up on top. And very shallow material over here too. And this stuff just excites me. When I see cracks in the bedrock like this, in this conglomerate, it's acting as a false bedrock right here. And it kind of turns to a sandy-like stuff as it breaks down. And it's a conglomerate mudstone lake bottom that has been uncovered now. And this material is over the top of it with all the metamorphic rock in it. And the other good looking stuff, if you're a placer miner, is what the gold is in out here at San Domingo. And this area has been hammered by me, by lots of people. We're on a club claim, which doesn't scare me a bit. And it's not really light enough yet to really see a target if I dig one, so I'm kind of puttering around, doing a little raking and getting ready to hunt. And get that done before the sun comes up. We might have enough clouds to keep the sun off me for a little while. That would be perfect. That'd make me awful happy. And the full moon just went down right over there, and the bees are out looking for water already. Haven't seen rain here in quite a spell. Not enough to give the critters any water anyway. So, grab a cup of coffee or something and let's get with it. I'm gonna go hunt. Now we're hunting this a little differently than I was the other day when I was raking. This little bitty wash has been gone over so many times by me and others. It's even hard to find any trash in it. What I'm doing now is pulling the bigger rocks off the top of these tailings piles. You see, this is tailings. And a lot of these rocks are very noisy, hot rocks. So I'm pulling the rocks down with a rake. You see them here, on the edge here. And then I detect these tailings piles. And you'd be surprised at what I pull out doing this. I don't know if we'll get any today, but we're gonna find out. I just like to show you what I'm up to. That's a big part of what I'm doing here, is trying to help you folks get over as much gold as possible. So anyway, I got my trusty gold monster fired up and we're gonna get after it. We're gonna hunt in auto 1 and deep settings, like always. And I might switch it back and forth to check hot rocks and iron targets, but I still dig most everything. Let's go do it. I've dug a couple BBs so far and a piece of tin foil. We got another little target here. It's light enough for the camera to see now, I guess. See if we can find it again. Right in here. And I've raked quite a bit. Down a little ways. Okay, we got it. Doesn't sound as good as it did at first. Isn't that how it always goes? In here there's a lot of hot rocks. I try to pull up the bigger rocks first. Sounds like tin foil. I don't see any tin foil. Lead. Or. Okay, I don't see any lead either in here. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I think I do. Right here. Right here. Nope. Okay then. Really? Now I'm past where I can even hardly see it. It's going to be a little bitty piece of screen. Yep. Little bitty piece of screen wire. There. That little black thing right there is making all that racket. Right there. Hey, into the garbage pouch and off we go. More raking. Hope it'll be worth the effort. So is nugget hunting pretty hard work, you ask? Well, let me show you something. I have dug, probably 6 or 7 bird shots. I just don't burden you guys with them all. As you can see, this has all been raked here by me. I've raked all that. And I've raked all the way down to where that hill starts right there. And I'm actually putting the material where it should have been in the first place. The old timers threw it up out of the wash and just left it there. And I've got a target right down in here, so we're going to set the camera up and see. Like I said, I've dug birdshot, tinfoil, and some iron. This one sounds like iron too, but you gotta look, don't you? Here we go. You should be able to hear it chirping here. Yeah, it's right down in there. I'm gonna have a hard time setting this thing down. I got no flat ground here. And where is it? Where was it? Right there. Yeah. See if we get this machine to cooperate a little bit for us here. There we go. Come over here. It's hard right here because I got a big old cactus by me and I don't want to put my butt in it. That hurts. Trying to rush this stuff up. Ah, we caught it. Okay. See what we got. Sure, I see some gold. Sounds like a baby. That doesn't mean nothing. It's got that little funny sound a BB gives, and there it is. Yep. One more little BB for the collection there. Yes, sirree. Whoopie-doo. Up we go. Raking some more and hoping some more. Raking some more and hoping some more. Then we'll rake a little more. Here we go. Well, we've all had days like this one. I bet I dug probably 50 or more of those little BBs and little bits of iron and tinfoil, you name it, I dug it. I'm sitting up here having some tuna and crackers. Hey, when was the last time you saw anybody open a can of food with one of these? I bet a lot of you don't even know what that is. But anyway, that's how it works. Check that out, huh? Slick. So anyway, I had one of them days. And I think I'm done for the day. It's not that hot. I could hunt some more, but it's kind of pooped out and yeah, just did a lot of work, raked a lot of ground and thought for sure I'd at least snag one little one. Last time I was in here, I got 3. That's just how it goes. I like showing the areas like I did earlier in this video. so you can get a taste of what I look for out here. Not every place is the same though. Just, geez, you just get across the highway in the Vulture Mountains, and the placer material is a lot more scarce, the type that's laying right on top of the ground. But there was gold in a lot of the washes, because the placer material that was up on the hillsides and stuff, in a lot of areas, it washed all the way down into the washes. And I don't know how many million years that took. It's totally different over there, and you got to look around a little differently when you're hunting. Here at San Domingo, it's pretty cut and dry in a lot of places till you get farther up into the mountains to the north. And you get up there, things start changing quite a bit. And you got to know what to look for. And I always stop and check quartz stringers, especially the ugly red ones with black in them and look kind of just yucky. Rotten quartz, we call it. I always check that. That's paid for me a couple times. And I look for what's called gossan. And I had a fella ask me about those and how to locate them. And some places it's hard because they've been exposed so long that the material on top's been bleached by the sun. And we've got an area right over by Wickenburg. We've done pretty well in these gossans. Well, it's a mineralized area, had probably pyrite or some other mineral mixed with gold in there, and the iron minerals have long ago decomposed, leaving a reddish stain in the ground, and the gold's still laying there. An old feller taught me a trick a long time ago. He said, you know, when you're looking for them gossans, he said, go out right after a good, solid, heavy rain. And he said the ants will be rebuilding their hills, and everywhere those gossans are out in these areas where you're hunting these pockets in this material, you'll see bright red ant hills. And sure enough, I use those bright red ant hills to identify mineralized zones more than once over in that area. Did pretty good on some crystalline stuff. And over there, you can still walk into a vein of material, thin vein, running through the ground and dig the thing up. It's just really neat to do that when you discover one. So you always check all targets. And I dug all targets here today. A lot of them I wish I wouldn't have, but I did. I did. And if you don't, and you start believing that you know better than that detector what's in the ground, hey boy, it's gonna make it tough on you, my friends. We never get skunked because we're out here metal detecting, right? I found metal. I found lots of metal today. And I guess you don't always get the metal you want. But if you don't dig it all, you don't know. There's been so many times I've heard of or watched or done it myself where you trust a discriminator. But then something makes you just stop and dig that target, and it turns out to be a piece of gold laying next to a hot rock or who knows what. And if you wouldn't have taken that minute to dig that target, you'd have walked away from it and left it for somebody else. And we got an outing coming up, and I'll be reminding you of that up until the weekend of the 17th of November. After that'll be over then. But Mine Lab's going to be there. Debbie's coming to represent Mine Lab, and they got something up their sleeve they're going to be showing us and maybe talking about. And a bunch of the best darn nugget hunters in the country show up for this thing too, and get to look at detectors and get some free lessons, and we do a big old potluck dinner on Saturday night, and it's just a lot of fun. And most people start showing up around Wednesday or Thursday, and the outing starts actually on Friday evening, afternoon, and runs through Sunday about noon, and then everybody scatters. Plenty of places to camp up here, and I'll show the area later on. Not in this video, in a different one. And I hope to see some of you there. You get to see what we actually do and what the Arizona desert's like. If you're not from here, be prepared for some shock. It's a lot different than a lot of places. People come here and look, and they expect to see sand dunes and all that. Yeah, not here. This desert's very much alive, and a lot of green, and cactus growing everywhere, different plants. It's pretty neat here, a lot of animals. So anyway, I think I'm gonna give it up for today, eat my tuna and some crackers. And I'm gonna drive this buggy home and relax for the rest of the day. Maybe work on our rigs, get them ready for the fall travel we're going to be doing. We got an old motorhome now. We're working on it too. That's going to be a nice fall. It's going to be a good season. We got a lot planned for y'all. Well, for us too. And it should be a lot of fun. We'll get Tammy back online a little more. She just doesn't like this heat and coming out in it. So anyway, that's enough chit chat, my friends. No gold today. Another great day out in the Arizona desert. Hope to meet some of y'all in November. And until then, Nugget Shooter out.